Ladies and gentlemen, it seems like the winds of change are really starting to blow in Dallas, and it's not just because of the weather. No, we're talking about the Dallas Cowboys and one of their standout stars, DeMarvion Overshown. It looks like we might be seeing a major shift on the field next season, not just in terms of performance, but in something as seemingly small as a jersey number. That's right, folks, DeMarvion Overshown, or as some are already calling him, Agent Zero, is likely to be sporting a brand new jersey number next year, and I'm here to break down why this isn't just a minor aesthetic change but could be a symbol of something much bigger going on with America's team. And it doesn't stop there. There's even more news coming out of Dallas that could drastically change the team's future plans, particularly when it comes to their running back position. I'm about to tell you why the Cowboys might have a fail-safe plan in place for the running back room, even if they don't land one in the early rounds of the NFL draft. Sounds wild, right? Trust me, it's more possible than you might think, and in a way, it might not even be the worst idea. But before we dive into all of that, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. You know the drill. You'll get all the latest and greatest Dallas Cowboys content delivered straight to you every single day. Well, most days at least. Sometimes I need a little break, y'all. But let's get right into it because there's a lot to unpack here. So first up, let's talk about the man of the hour, DeMarvion Overshown. Now, I don't know about you, but doesn't he look incredible in that potential number 0 jersey? Seriously, when you think about it, who better than Overshown to rock the very first number 0 in Dallas Cowboys history? This man has been a wrecking ball on the field, and the idea of him owning the number 0 on the gridiron, well, it just feels right. I mean, let's be real, DeMarvion Overshown's style on the field isn't just about tackling, it's about presence. His agility, his ability to fly across the field, it's almost like he's a secret agent, or should I say, Agent Zero. His playstyle screams of a 7-type character: sleek, fast, and dangerous. So yeah, I'm all in on the number 0 hype. Just imagine, the first ever Cowboy to wear number 0, how cool would that be? But here's the kicker, this whole thing started with some serious drama. On April 3 RD, Overshown teased fans by posting a countdown to some big reveal. The Twitterverse was in a frenzy, wondering if he was about to drop some major news. Fans were guessing everything: new contract, a position switch, or maybe even a brand new number. But instead of delivering the goods, DeMarvion Overshown pulled the ultimate tease. The man fell asleep before the reveal, telling his followers that he'd totally forgotten to hit them with the big announcement. Classic move, right? But just when it seemed like all hope was lost, boom, early the next morning, around 9:28 a.m., Clarence Hill came in hot with the bombshell. He tweeted, and I quote, "Agent Zero is returning, stay tuned, it ain't about Rowdy anymore. Hook 'em." For those of you who might not know, Hook 'em is the slogan for the Texas Longhorns, where Overshown played college ball. And with that, the rumors started flying. Agent Zero was about to take the field in Dallas in number 0 next season. Now, before we get into the nitty-gritty of what this means, let me just say this: if this actually happens, I'm getting a jersey, 100%. There's no way I'm letting this historic moment pass me by. But beyond that, this number change represents something far greater. It's a break from tradition, a move that shows the Dallas Cowboys might finally be loosening the reins on some of their older, more outdated policies. Now, if you've been a Cowboys fan for a while, you know that the team has held on tightly to its traditions. From the star on the helmet to the iconic colors and the strict rules on jersey numbers, the Cowboys have long been about preserving the past. But in a new era where players are encouraged to express their individuality, seeing the Jones family, yes, Jerry Jones, allow Overshown to potentially wear number 0 could be a sign that the Cowboys are evolving, at least in terms of their culture and how they approach things off the field. And here's where it gets even more interesting. There's a real push within the organization to encourage players to lean into their personalities. Brian Schottenheimer, the Cowboys' offensive coordinator, has been vocal about wanting players to be themselves more on the field. This could be a move that symbolizes a new era of Dallas Cowboys football where the focus is more on the players' personalities and allowing them to truly express themselves. It's all part of a broader shift that could have serious implications for the psyche of both the team and the fanbase. Look, we've been through a lot as Cowboys fans, right? We've had our share of heartache, disappointment, and frustration over the years, especially in the past couple of seasons. Between the Green Bay game and some of the playoff losses, it's been a tough stretch. So when something like this happens, when we see a player getting the freedom to express themselves in a new way, it feels like a breath of fresh air. It's a small win, but we'll take it. And frankly, we need all the positivity we can get right now. Now, let's circle back to the number 0. For those who don't know, last season, Overshown revealed that the reason he couldn't wear number 0 was that it was already taken by Rowdy, the Cowboys mascot. As cool as Rowdy is, let's be honest, he's not exactly tearing it up on the field, right? DeMarvion himself even joked about having to duke it out with Rowdy for the number. But it looks like Jerry Jones might be ready to make a change, especially after Overshown's impressive performance last season. Now that we've talked about DeMarvion Overshown and his number change, let's switch gears and dive into the Cowboys' plans at running back. As we know, the running back position is one of the most crucial spots on the team. And with the upcoming NFL draft just around the corner, the Cowboys have to decide if they want to invest in a young running back or take a different approach. So here's the deal: what if the Cowboys don't draft a running back in the early rounds? What if, for some reason, they pass up on the big names like Breece Hall or Jahmyr Gibbs in favor of other positions? Is that a disaster for the Cowboys offense? Maybe not, and here's why. While some fans are calling for the Cowboys to take a running back in the first or second round of the draft, there's actually a compelling argument to be made for waiting it out. Dallas has been active in trade talks this offseason, and one name that's been popping up is Breece Hall, the talented running back from the New York Jets. Now, before you get all upset that the Cowboys might not go after a rookie, hear me out. Breece Hall is still under contract for one more season, and he's only 23 years old. Despite coming off an ACL injury, Hall has shown he still has the burst to be a game changer. In fact, he broke a 60-yard run on his second carry back from injury, which tells you all you need to know about his recovery. So, while some may argue that we need a fresh rookie to energize the backfield, Breece Hall could be the perfect bridge option, offering both youth and proven skill at a reasonable price. Now, I know some of you might be thinking, why not just draft a rookie? And I get it, but there's value in a guy like Hall. He'd come at a much lower price than a first-round pick, and with the Cowboys' solid cap management, they could easily fit him into the budget. If they add Hall and pair him with a rookie, they'd have a dynamic duo in the backfield, with Hall bringing veteran experience and the rookie bringing that fresh energy. Together, they'd form a running back room that rivals some of the best in the league. It's a win-win situation. Hall provides immediate impact, and the rookie can learn from him before eventually taking over. Plus, with players like Miles Sanders and Javonte Williams also in the mix, the Cowboys could have a solid, multifaceted running back committee. This is exactly what you want in a season where running the ball could be a major focal point of the offense. In conclusion, whether it's the bold decision to let DeMarvion Overshown wear number 0 or the possibility of adding Breece Hall to the backfield, the Cowboys are making moves that could set them up for success. It's an exciting time to be a fan of the Dallas Cowboys, and while there's still a lot to be determined in the offseason, one thing is for sure: change is coming, and it could be just what the team needs to get over the hump. So, let me know what you think, Cowboys Nation. Are you excited about the potential of Agent Zero taking the field in number 0? And would you be on board with bringing in Breece Hall for the right price? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and as always, I'll see you next time with more Dallas Cowboys content. Until then, stay tuned because it's still them boys.